Happy Cinco De Mayo. I'm Carly Boyette.
And I am Natalie Taylor. And while we don't have sombreros, we still have a reason to celebrate here on Tampa Bay's Morning Blend. So thank you very much for joining us. And to help us celebrate this special day, our good friend, Dean Hurst. How are you?
Good. Glad to be back. It's been way too long.
It has been too long.
And
like
I
October.
was pregnant when you were back. Okay. I couldn't remember if he's been back since or anything. And so I'm really happy to see you again.
Well, I know not only are we starting the show in the kitchen, but starting it with drinks. Cinco de Mayo on a Friday this year, too. The good news just keeps coming.
It's great. That's good for the bars that like to celebrate because they get that happy hour crowd that just stays all night and don't have to go anywhere the next day.
I'm sure.
Well, a big reason that they do stay all night is obviously the margaritas. But I know you're going to make a drink with a special twist, as you typically do.
Yeah, well, we're going to use straight up tequila and make plain, simple margaritas in the sense that we're using.
You don't do plain.
I know, rarely ever. We're going to put blackberries in one. Is that
okay,
exciting?
all right, okay.
And we could top one off with a little mezcal, which is tequila's like older brother that no one really knows about.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that in a second, but first we'll go into the margarita. So for years, it was thought to put orange liqueur in with the margarita would bring out some of those fruity notes. But then there's the version called the Tommy Margarita, which was made famous at a bar in San Francisco. So they just use fresh lime juice, agave nectar, and Blanco tequila.
Okay.
So it just really lets the tequila shine through. So we'll do that with a variation with some blackberry as well.
Is it all in the tequila? Is that the secret to a good margarita
Always.
too? Like
with
the quality of the,
any
I would
drink,
imagine.
yes. To me, there is no a liquor that's too expensive to put in a cocktail. You want to put in an $80 bottle of bourbon into your Manhattan, more power to you, it'll be amazing.
Okay,
It's just a way to go. Now, you might not be your choice, but don't let anyone tell you you can't. That's just weird. We're drinking after all, right? So this is agave nectar, and the way it comes from the store, it'll be a little rich. So I put a little bit of water in it and shake it up, so that way it'll go in and out of the jigger smoothly. And we're going to use fresh lime juice. And feel free to ask questions too, because I'm just need to keep busy so I can make these drinks for you to taste.
We appreciate that.
And I was going to say, my question, I already started to ask off camera, but we've got to get to it now. What's mezcal?
Okay, so tequila has to be made from 100% Weber Blue agave. That's by law. As where with mezcal, it can be made using any one of 30 different types of agave plants. So on that alone, you get different, just like with grape varietals, you get different characteristics from the plant. And some of those will stay in the ground, and that takes almost 35 years to mature. So these agave plants have a definite like sense of place because they've been there for so long. Children grow up and mature and get married and have weddings, and then they're drinking an agave that's older than they are still. So it's kind of an interesting story.
Yeah, in history. And I was saying, what is this? Is this a mezcal traveler?
So yeah, kind of. With Del Maguey, they have one of the villages, they employ the women in the village to weave the baskets. And each one has like a different color pattern on them. They're all hand woven, and I challenge you to find where it starts and stops. Like it just looks like it's a never-ending read.
Well, Carly, I might be not doing the rest of the segment, so I can figure out this baby while we work here.
I can't even sew a button on. I can't imagine how that's done.
The other big difference is that with mezcal, they'll actually take the hearts and roast them in the ground. So it takes on a very smoky characteristic. It's naturally
Put it in other drinks as well? I mean,
you can most definitely substitute in other drinks. It's just like if you were to put scotch in a bourbon cocktail.
Okay.
Like it's going to bring out, especially a smoky scotch, it's going to bring out those smoky characteristics, and it's going to change the way the drink tastes.
Okay.
So,
let's talk about the history of the margarita, at least with the popularity. I feel like margarita, out of all the drinks that there are, has like never lost its popularity. I mean, it's like in the top 5 drinks of all time.
In the world,
I mean,
yes, most definitely.
Right?
I think just the ease of use and people know what it is, not afraid to order one. So I think that plays a lot in it, and almost any restaurant is going to make a decent one.
I like how simple it's going to be. I always get disappointed when you get the margarita at the restaurant, and isn't it that really gold? You know that's sometimes not what you necessarily want to see. Is that correct?
Right, exactly. So coloration.
Just the mix is just too strong.
Here we go. Look how pretty that is. So that's just blackberries muddled in with 1.5 ounces of tequila, 3/4 ounce agave, and 3/4.
Look at that color from that. That's awesome.
That's great.
It's not going to quite fill the glass. I like big glasses for this. You kind of get your nose in there and you can smell it.
Oh, I was saying, I don't even need to put my nose in there. I mean, I smell it from here.
Here we'll take a little bit of this and rub it around and get a little bit of salt on the side. I got 2 quarts of the salt, and now it's not sticking to the glass. Look at
hey, that's a good tip for people.
That's show business,
yeah, there
right?
you go.
But I picked a really coarse sea salt because I like to know where the salt is on the rim. I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want it. Sometimes I do.
Are you a margarita fan, by the way? Because
I like daiquiris more.
Okay,
which is
really?
pretty much the same thing, but with rum and usually lower proportions. of the other things and more of the rum. Maybe that's why I like it. I like the more rum part.
Well, you know, I mean, obviously it's Cinco de Mayo, which is reason to celebrate, but another reason to celebrate birthdays. And we just found out that one of our upcoming guests is celebrating a birthday, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in to cheers if you don't mind.
Yes, of course.
I mean, having your birthday on Cinco de Mayo, not too shabby. That's where Jose Lana comes in. Jose actually leading role right now in The King and I, which is playing right now at the Straz.
I want to give you your drink of choice. Do you have a preference?
We can drink some mezcal, which is meant for
Okay,
celebration.
all right, there you go.
We didn't talk enough about mezcal. We didn't talk anything about the gin joint that's opening up in June. I can come back later for that sometime.
Promise?
Yeah.
Not make it as long this time, okay?
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we've got drinks galore, so everybody grab.
All right.
This is, so mezcal is the traditional drink in Oaxaca, and the toast is Stigi Bayou.
What is
Stigi
Bayou is just like,
Stigi Bayou.
that's just like, that's their salut.
Happy birthday,
Thank you very much.
welcome. This
so
is
much
how we
for
welcome people to the
I
morning
know.
blend.
Thank you, Tampa.
Oh, that's good.
That
is good.
Oh, wow.
Fruity, a little smoky.
It's
Just
smoky. I taste the smoke right away.
more
Right?
characteristic to a regular tequila. I shouldn't say regular, just different types of spirits altogether.
Wow.
Well,
Thank you very
again,
much.
thumbs up all around from all of us. Again, Dean, we always appreciate you coming in, and especially to celebrate Cinco de Mayo or celebrate our next guest coming up's birthday.
I know.